I think about how Scott runs to the smoothie place, which is faster than the speed of light.
And yet not moving at all.
It is such... And by the way, I run weird too, so I'm not trying to come for... But it is
Phoebe Buffet in Central Park.
Phoebe Buffet running. I love it so much.
Of course.
And for some reason, he's always running. Like, I feel like there's a lot of shots of him running to this movie.
Yes, so much movement. The legs absolutely flying, full Tasmanian devil, arms flying. And
I believe that he's worked up a sweat to get that smooth.
Definitely. And yet gaining no ground at any point. I was like, is this a trick of the camera?
Oh no.
Missing.
Greg?
Missing.
I thought this was a duet.
Oh,
so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? BONK. Welcome to Miss Thing.
I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim, and this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing's storied career and do what you and I are most skilled at, which is make it all about us.
And we're back, baby.
We have come crawling back to this microphone.
It has been a treacherous road. Gennifertias, to say that there has been some technical difficulties would be an understatement.
Yeah, it's like Mercury retro year getting us back to this mic. We did, as you know now, take quite a long break as Tim was recently in Africa.
Yes, I was in Africa. We did a whole very exciting episode back that did not get recorded.
Oh, yeah, twice. We actually tried to record it twice, and for whatever reason, our equipment was not allowing us to do so. No. So we're coming at you fresh, a little worse for wear.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here. It's 2026. Welcome to all the new Gennifertias. Yes. We are so excited to have you.
I came back to some great news.
Yeah. And your long national nightmare is just beginning.
Yes, exactly.
So welcome aboard.
Yeah. And I was going to say, and we were going to do this thing. The very first time I surprised Greg, I got Greg Dubai chocolate because I was in Dubai. I was so excited. It was a whole thing.
Right.
And this episode, the lost episode, there was lost tangents that you guys listened to, and sometimes there's lost episodes.
Full lost episodes. Full lost reactions.
Yes.
That I had to react to. I had to pretend the second time like I was excited.
We were like, because we were so like, we're just going to go right again.
Yeah.
And now we're like, okay, these things will never be seen, but we are going to have a taste test.
Yeah.
We are going to do some social media things. 2026, there's new things in store.
It's going to blow your mind. We are elder millennials who will be tasting Dubai chocolate on camera as if you've never seen that before.
The fad is 3 years old, so we're going to keep going with that.
Yeah, you know our references like start and end in the 1990s. Yeah. So, we're a little behind the times, but that's okay. You love us for it.
So if you want to see that really up-to-date content, follow us at Miss Thing the Pod on Instagram and TikTok.
Sure.
And also,
this is important.
Give us 5 stars and above.
Yeah.
Make sure to stop what you're doing. Pause. Or actually, you don't have to pause. You can do 2 things at once because we know you got. If you're a fan of us, we can't do 2 things at once, but we know you guys can.
No. If anything, we know this is a second screen podcast for sure.
Yeah.
And we know that you're incredibly capable. And why not start 2026 off on the right foot, and that is by giving us a 5-star and above review
with
to say something nice. Yeah. We would love if you are loving what you're hearing, just please, that is very helpful. And leave us a comment. You don't even need to think of something original. We have given you things you could say. Margaret Qualley is Honey Don't.
Ella McKay is
Emma Mackey.
Oh, yeah.
No,
vice
it's
versa. Whatever way you want to say.
You can, because no one knows the difference, honestly, especially us.
And you could literally just put like a heart emoji. You don't have to put any thought into it.
Right.
But it helps us.
Yes. But now that housekeeping's out of the way, I mean, we've already talked about all of it. Tim is back from Africa. America's a favorite import.
Yeah.
Actually, America's favorite export. America's favorite export
Something
is
like that.
back in the United States. There was a high tariff. The other countries were held paying me $25 to get you off their hands. And you're back.
That was also treacherous. It was truly the trip of a lifetime. Greg now knows way too much about it.
It would be my third time hearing about it.
This is the thing. I'm going to go. You guys are going to hear so much about Africa throughout this next year for years to come. So I'm not going to go too into it because guess what? I always make this podcast about myself. So these Africa stories will be dripping out every episode.
Exactly. We want you to feel very related. This is a very relatable podcast, as we know you have all also probably traveled.
You love
to
Africa.
8 different countries in Africa.
That's the only thing I do want to do because this is actually for me, which is I will not remember the countries I went to. This is, if anything, this podcast is also for our memories because we won't remember things, and then we can actually look back on the podcast and be like, what happened in our lives
for posterity's sake. We do this for posterity,
exactly.
Of course.
And so, Gennifertias, I went to South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda. So buckle up. There's probably going to be a story from each and every one of those, if not multiple.
Hey, hey, waka, waka, hey, hey. Did they play that as an entrance song in every country? This time for Africa.
No, they actually played, and it was so catchy. Every tribe would do the same song, and it was the one thing I learned about Africans is their songs are not what we're used to, which is we're used to a 3-minute, 30-second song.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. For them, a short song is 8 minutes long.
They're doing Lana Del Rey, Venice Bitch.
It is. They sing and you're so moved. It's so beautiful. They have obviously way better dance moves than any of the white people.
Oh, of course.
And you're clapping, trying to keep up. And then at a certain point, you're like, can I put my hands down? This has been going on for 15 minutes.
Yeah, when does the clapping fade out?
And then they'll hand you something that they want you to wave or hold up as they're singing, and then you're literally I don't have the arm strength, this song, and then you turn and you're like, is this multiple songs? No, this is just the first one, and you're like, the first one?
right so there's audience participation in their songs as well.
Anytime they started singing, you were like, buckle up, we've got 45 minutes here.
I love that.
It was great. I do have Michelle Obama arms specifically from that.
Oh my God. Well, I have Michelle Obama arms from the Dubai chocolates that you brought back and presented to me twice. It's the heaviest thing I've ever experienced in my life. It's good. It's more valuable than gold, first of all.
Well, and also let me clarify, this Dubai chocolate, because I am proud of it, it's not any of the knockoffs. It's the original from the store that started it all.
Yeah, from the source.
It's not just I went to the grocery store.
No.
This is
You went to the store at the airport.
And so neither of us has tried this.
No.
So we will.
God, no.
We don't know what it tastes like right now. And if you want to know our reaction to it,
we don't know what Dubai chocolate tastes like, but we and you are about to find out when you least expect it.
Exactly. But Greg went to
New
Jersey, San Francisco.
Yeah, I did some serious travel of my own in the sense that I went back to New Jersey for the holidays.
That's a 6-hour flight.
It is. But the fun thing, the biggest thing about being home in New Jersey for the holidays is my Gen Alpha niece and nephews teaching me new words.
Ooh.
So I want to throw my favorite out to you and see if you know what it means. Saibao.
Well, first off, that's not English. Saibao is a new hairstyle. And it sounds like you got a side part, but but then you stopped halfway.
So you're in the hair space.
I'm in the hair space. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to know what it means?
Please.
Shut your bitch ass up.
I would literally, if someone said Saibao to me, I'd be like, thank you.
I know, it does have a really nice feel.
It sounds like you're trying to bow to me.
I know. I think it sounds kind of like samurai in a way. There's something very like swishy about it.
It sounds like Asian polite.
Right. Yeah. But no, it's as rude as could possibly be.
Okay, great.
And
great.
But then there is the nicer, more family friendly, kid friendly Saidao. But they don't go for that. That shuts your dumb ass up.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there is another thing.
Okay, go.
The homophobes on the internet have a whole new personality for 2026.
I don't have the energy for this. Okay.
Okay, so it's 2 to 3 years in Dagestan and forget. Apparently, an MMA fighter said this. He's apparently like a really good MMA fighter. And like, of course, bless up.
Yeah.
And he was saying where he learned to fight. He's from Dagestan. Never heard of that place. Like, all light and love. And he said, like, it's a sort of like an idea of like to man up, go there and learn how to fight. And it's like, I will give them this points for poetry.
Yeah.
I do appreciate it. But that's so if you're seeing that on like
socials,
gay people's social medias, like as a comment, that's what that means.
Okay.
But imagine us like in our like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen straight to DVD movie, Passport to Dagestan. Us on the cover.
Having no idea where we're going.
Yeah,
by the way.
wearing boxing gloves. But I do like it, like in the sense that like gay men really do love to travel.
We
so
do.
I think it is like
let's go.
There is a sort of je ne sais quoi to it, but I'm just like I'm happy for the straight guys that they have
Dagestan
something.
sounds gay. Like Daja.
I know.
Dagestan.
Well, it kind of looks like Doge, which I know that like is like a dog whistle for them. But like I, as a gay person, did learn how to pronounce it. I Googled it.
Yeah.
And I love Dagestan has a nice swish to it. But yeah, I just wanted to say we see you guys.
And
we hear you.
You guys know we're actually recording this in Dagestan.
Yeah, and we will see you here soon.
Yeah, the live shows. We're going to have a lot of live shows here. So any of our Dagestan listeners, reach out. We'll tell you where to go to see us live in the auditorium.
Totally.
Yeah.
So to anyone commenting that, we see you, we hear you. Your mom called. She wanted us to let you know that she loves you.
Yeah.
And you need to move out of her basement.
It is time, I think, to get into our
Dod Mom Sauce, a.k.a. Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second. Our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with.
Yes. My Dod Mom Sauce is, I hope you're ready for this, being able to open your mouth in the shower and let the water go in your mouth. That to me is coming back from Africa. That to me is heaven.
Oh gosh.
Because for the last 7 weeks, I'm going to be brave, honest, and vulnerable right now. Yeah. And say that is I open my mouth when I'm in the shower. I let that water get in there.
Glug, glug, glug. From mouth out the hole.
Exactly. I zone out, and then before I know it, I have a mouthful of water.
Absolutely. What is it? Dick flapping, hole out. Hole out, dick flapping. Water down the spout.
Exactly.
That's our motto. Hole out, dick flapping.
Mouthful of water.
Exactly.
Or
whatever.
Or But I love to just, not have to be aware. When I'm in the shower, I want my brain turned off.
Yeah.
But so then when you go to a third world country, you're so used to that. And then you cannot open your mouth and let water go in there.
The parasites.
You will literally, you won't leave that bathroom for a week. And so for 7 weeks, every time I was in the shower, and I wouldn't even get that many showers, to be honest.
Yeah, you were really like
I was rough at it. I was camping. But so I would be clenched, and I would be very aware of like, do not open your mouth, do not open your mouth.
No
And then
water.
one time that you would spend the rest of the shower spitting.
Panicked.
Just spitting. So worried.
Oh my God.
Now that I'm back, I literally took a shower and water came in and I started spitting because I was like, no. And then I was like, wait. And so
I still think you should. We are in Los Angeles where the water is actually probably worse.
But this is the thing. I want to clarify. I am actually not swallowing though, but you sometimes just let it get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that like as long as it doesn't pass like a certain level, like a certain membrane within, like you'll be fine. That being said, Los Angeles probably quality is probably
people
worse.
in Los Angeles. I thought that everyone was on the same page. That everyone was like, "Oh, you need to have filtered water," and then now I've talked to enough people who like refuse to filter their water in Los Angeles, and then they'll like really come at me with some facts that I'm not prepared for.
Right.
And I don't have the energy
for
and
the
time. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. The microbiome.
And they're like, it's actually, these are fine for you and these aren't fine, whatever. And then I zone out and I'm like, whatever. You live your life. You drink that water.
Sure.
And I will drink my filter. And then they'll tell you why the Brita isn't actually as good for you as you think. And I'm like, okay.
Exactly. Actually, I was having that dilemma in San Francisco. You know, I get panicked about water.
San Francisco people do not filter their water.
No, they don't, because they're in the Waxahachie.
Yeah.
There's something. They kept being like whack, wacky, wacky.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I experienced that same phenomena and I was just like, what? I was like, where is your Brita? I am not drinking. It's so hard as a Los Angelino to travel to another part of the States and see non-filtered water and not be terrified.
I know.
You're drinking that glass of water like Jurassic Park.
You're Bethany Frankel. No, it's in San Francisco. And listen, honey, I see these sidewalks.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm feeling very safe about this water, but apparently it's some of the healthiest water in the nation.
That's what they tell you.
That in New York City, which is so shocking.
New York, I will drink the unfiltered water.
Yeah.
San Francisco, I had to come around to. But I was sort of at peace that I was like, fine, I will do this. Greg, after that poetry that we just spat.
Yeah.
And that's, because it's water spitting. Anyways. What is your Dad Mom sauce?
Color you shocked. My Dad Mom sauce is, of course, Robyn, who has just announced her new album, Existential, which, of course, is my favorite new word.
Existential.
Yeah. And it's also such a word that I would have said in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Like, because I used to always say, actually, in 5th grade, this was my bit, putting down my Tejava. Okay. Everyone calm down.
Yeah.
I used to put anything that started with like X, I would say sex, because I was like so edgy, such an edgelord. Like our equipment.
Yeah.
And I would do the Mr. Burns and I'd go, sexcellent. And I thought it was the funniest thing. And like people, and then I would keep repeating it until someone like, I'd be like, that's funny, right?
That continued in your life.
Until you laugh at me.
Yeah.
But loving Existential, loving the new songs, of course. She was my Miss Thing of the century so far. Yeah. This is going to be a big Robyn year.
I cannot. She's obviously going to be. We are going to do her,
and she's obviously going to come on every week. She's going to be our third guest.
Okay, I actually did. So she's released 1 million songs.
Yeah, she's already released like 3 songs on the album.
I love this first single.
Yes,
and I really like "Talk to Me."
Yes,
and I will bravely say, the Existential. This song,
that's gonna take a moment.
It's gonna take a moment because it's. Listen, and I like that she never repeats herself. She's always like, okay, I gave you body talk, so like now let me do really long songs in a different direction.
Yeah,
and I feel like this one is more like talk rappy, which I just like think she has such a beautiful voice, and so I.
But she always says she has her Beach 2Ks, which I think is 2K20, but I like to call it Beach 2K.
And I skipped that one. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there's Robyn. She will put out an album where she boldly knows that you may skip a song or two, and that's okay. But like, she's always pushing boundaries. We are here for all of it, no matter what it is, because she is a true boundary pushing artist, and I can't wait to hear the album.
And her saying that Adam Driver gives her a boner, I'm here for that.
I'm obsessed. She also posted on her stories, like, because she went on Colbert and she did it, and she posted like the email exchange with like standards and practices, and they're like, okay, so she can say boner, she can say F for fuck. Like, it's just she's posted like us as former assistants at networks and on shows, like
constantly with this like if we want to release a clip that has anything sexual, we have to figure out new ways to say.
We get in so much trouble, unless of course we're being so homophobic, which is encouraged on social media. And then I have one other thing that I am obsessed with at the moment, and that is other end of the musical spectrum, Big Guy by Ice Spice.
Haven't heard of it.
It's the song on the SpongeBob soundtrack. I mean, we're not breaking new ground there, but you know how I have a thing for OCD songs. And it's the one, it's just all over the internet. It's just big SpongeBob, big guy, hands on deck. SpongeBob, big guy, hands on deck. And I woke up on New Year's morning with that song in my head.
Did you see the movie?
No, of course. I've never seen SpongeBob.
You've never seen SpongeBob?
Never. No, I am slightly too elder millennial to have ever experienced SpongeBob or understood it. I was Rugrats or bust. Mark Mothersbaugh, the music.
That's like blowing my mind. I didn't realize that there was a division between us.
There is. No, I was like, the end of Nickelodeon for me was Rugrats. And I think I was there like... I was at Nickelodeon. I even feel pretty late.
And I feel like SpongeBob was like prime me.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Did you have Cat Dog?
No, I had the Hey Arnold, which I really started liking at the end. Was Doug Nickelodeon? But like there was older shows. So
Doug to me felt like it had been on for a while.
It was like for like adults.
I was run. It was for adults.
Yeah, Doug.
It was like it was TVMA.
Yeah, exactly. Like Doug and Patty Man. It was a little too like cerebral. No, like I was prime Rugrats, Our Real Monsters, Hey Arnold, and then Rocko's Modern Life was huge for me. Yeah, but then like Doug was a little too old for me, and Ren and Stimpy was a little too old for me. But I would watch them. My parents actually didn't like me watching Ren and Stimpy because they thought the humor was a little. I was
scared. I was scared by that one.
It is really scary.
The animation or whatever was too much for me. What the aesthetics? I didn't have the words for it, but I was like, these aesthetics, Mama, they're not for me.
Oh, totally. Well, you know, speaking of not for me, you know the thing that scares me the most on this planet.
What?
And of course, he's like, there's been the documentary and everything has like come out about him and everyone loves him. And I respect him.
Mr. Rogers.
There is there is nothing scarier to me than Pee Wee Herman.
Oh.
I used to have dreams that he would come into my dreams and tickle me.
Oh.
And I couldn't wake up.
Wow.
It was the scariest.
But apparently he's the like nicest.
Yeah, and he's a genius, by the way.
And he is truly scene stealer in the Buffy movie. If you see him in the Buffy movie,
I love the Buffy movie. Him and Hilary Swank in the Yellow Jacket.
Swank and Ben Affleck. It literally, at the very end in the credits, if you don't even watch the movie, it's like, well, spoiler alert, he dies in it.
Right. He is a vampire.
Yeah, he's a vampire. And the credits is just him with the stake in him going, ugh, 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 ugh. That is comedy. Like,
so
truly
funny.
That is to me, because I think this about certain jokes. It's like, and I think, and I mean this with all over my heart, I think you do this honestly better than most people. Which is sometimes
I'll take that.
You'll do a joke. And then you keep repeating it, and you keep repeating, and it stops being funny. It stops being funny, and then because you've done it so many times, it comes back around. And it's even funnier. It's even funnier than the first time around.
Hey, that's how
it's consistency and commitment.
Put that on my business card. Greg Trimmer, an assault to the senses.
He's funnier the 20th time.
Yeah, exactly. People say, you know, when you repitch a joke, that's when it's funniest.
Yeah.
People being me.
Yeah.
And I'm persistent. I'm nothing if not persistent.
Yes. And we're going to persistently go to break.
Nevertheless, she persisted to a break. We're back. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, all the things she said, running through my head. If that scene is not our dynamic, you just staring at me, dancing with my Tehava.
Yes.
Heated Rivalry.
This is a way to give it away. Let's go right into it. Our Miss Thing
this week is... Heated rivalry. I mean,
there's no words to. Again, you guys, obviously we know that we are delayed, but I was out of the country. But let me tell you this. It got all the way to Africa.
I was Greg
loved to say, I was like, I mean, Greg would be like, I'm unreachable, but I was like, well, I had no way. I was in the middle of nowhere. Like, you could not.
Yeah.
But the one thing that truly spread around the world,
globe.
I would come back, and the minute I would get Wi-Fi again, not from my dear sister over here, but from many other people.
Yeah. No. I was trying to give you space.
Yeah, we were off.
Yeah,
and
we were off.
It was so much. Have you watched Heated Rivalry? And I was like, what is Heated Rivalry? And then literally, it was truly just like one day. I don't know what. One day in December,
it just exploded.
It exploded.
Yeah.
And then I was off all social media. But then I will say I had to. Then once this show got its bangs into me,
right.
Anytime I would just be Googling Heated Rivalry.
Get me the Crave app.
Yes. Well, I will get into it in my story.
Yeah.
But how, the journey of me watching Heated Rivalry in Africa,
the story of us.
The story of us. Taylor Swift.
Of course. And I knew that.
But anyways. Heated Rivalry, show of the year.
Of the century, maybe. I mean, it's so rare and so exciting.
Yes.
That something just takes the world by storm.
It's literally, I think the name, one of the books is Game Changer, and this is a game changer of a show.
And does it mean, it is a Canadian series. Yeah. Obviously, if you've been living under a rock, it is a Canadian series about two hockey players who find themselves in a gay love affair.
Yes.
And by the way, if you haven't watched it yet, sorry, we're spoiling it. We're talking about it.
At this point, it's over now.
It's fair game.
Yes, exactly.
It's spelled Gay.
This is what I want to say. The reason why I love Heated Rivalry, before any of I feel like now it's gotten to another. I was seeing this morning that Hudson went on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah,
and he left, and the security guards at NBC said that the last time that they saw the amount of fervor around a star was One Direction and Harry Styles.
Well, it has made its way into the female community.
And I honestly think it's like bigger for women right now than it is. I mean, all gay. The one thing I was just talking about this with Claude actually is like, it has been a while since like gays
agreed
like unanimously, and I'm not saying, listen, don't come for me, I'm not saying 100%, but usually gays love to hate on everything,
right?
Or if it is loved, it's like 50-50. Like I remember with like Red, White, and Royal Blue, there was a big contingent of people who loved it and then a big contingent who didn't.
Yeah.
And this feels like genuinely everyone, this like snobby, snooty gays and the like, just want to watch the blockbuster movies gays, every type
and
of
the
gay.
basics, like everyone across like the LGBTQ plus spectrum is like agreeing that this is a fun thing for us to have. It's fun and it's good.
I also think it's like, it is like, and this, I'm not even exaggerating, like it is revolutionary in the sense of like, it is just like you are seeing sex done well, and not in a way that like it is. First off, the books are smut, and they like are proudly smut.
Yeah.
And this is a show that is like kind of without guilt, being like, we are going to honor the fact that this is kind of like a smutty book, and we want to be like, we're going to give you exactly what this show is, but we're also going to tell a story through sex. And also, I feel like gays, we lead with sex a lot of the time.
Of course.
And so it's like a very real story that then as they slowly, and like, so many gay men and people in general don't know how to communicate their feelings and
be vulnerable.
Exactly. And so that's why they lead with sex or whatever. And you get to watch these men slowly like figure out their emotions, and as that happens, the sex changes, and so it's like there's a purpose, there's actual storytelling with it.
Well, that's what I loved about the show so much. I wasn't sure. At first I was like, this is porn. Like when I was watching it the first
but it's
episode
also like,
or two.
Let us have porn.
Let us have it. No, there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I was like, oh, okay, is this really like all it is? Like, and that's fine if that's what it's going to be, because at least the sex scenes are like artfully done and stuff. But what
we don't get it.
And the story does so brilliantly is they Trojan horse in with the sex, and then it becomes a genuinely like touching story about love and like male vulnerability and coming to terms with things and coming to terms with your own sexuality, that maybe you're different from the people around you, or maybe you're not, but you can't even like talk about it. And I just found it to be so profound and effective
and fun. It's like
fun.
It's like escapist. It's also, I think it's a really great depiction also of allies. Like,
yes.
That word, whatever. But just like Rose Landry.
I got 2 words for you, and that's Rose Landry.
Rose Landry. By the way,
biggest star on the planet.
Rose Landry. Where's her spinoff? There should be multiple spinoffs of Heated Rivalry.
Rose Landry getting her arms painted green. What? That's my question. That's the thing that left the biggest mark on me, and the biggest question that we need to answer in season 2 is the idea that Rose Landry is in this universe playing Elphaba.
No, I think she's playing an alien, but maybe.
Okay. Maybe they got to that.
I think she's playing something sci-fi. I think
they're
she's
just
an
sort
alien.
of like the makeup artist just sort of going like putting like painting her arm and then going, yes, honey, or whatever. That scene really like had a really lasting impact on me because Rose Landry, I just see so much of other people, other allies along the way in her, and also I see a lot of myself in her. In the fact that she is such a huge superstar and an ally and sort of like,
I mean, in a show where it's like you really just want to be looking at these very attractive men and their butts. And then for Rose Landry to come out, and normally you'd be like, Rose, get out the way.
Right.
And
I'm
I
like,
was sort of
more
like,
Rose.
I was like, we had, Kip and Scott episode. I was like, where's the Rose episode where we follow her comeback style, the comeback, and we watch her on all of her different shows as she just FaceTimes.
Yeah, she does seem like, and also with Kip. Actually, let's take a moment for Kip.
Yeah.
Well. Okay.
So, I'll take a moment.
Actually, you know what? Let's actually talk about the controversy surrounding this show. Remember that? Were you
maybe
I'm you sure weren't familiar with this, but there was controversy surrounding Jordan Firstman saying something about the show.
And he kind of that, and then I saw him come back together, and then they're on like a food bank line together. All of a sudden, did you see that?
I did see that.
But you
of course.
Explain it. Sorry.
But so Jordan Firstman, who's in I Love LA, and he is a very funny comedian, gay comedian. We support all gays in the industry and all gay content and everything. But he did go on and sort of say that he didn't think like Heated Rivalry was good, and he didn't think that the gay sex was realistic. And people, really, the fandom for this show seems to be quite intense. And they sort of like came at him, and ultimately he apologized and everything. But what I think maybe a more nuanced take about what he was talking about. Well, I think the sex was great, and I actually like have very few gripes with this show. I think maybe a more nuanced take on that is this idea that like these are men. They are very, very sexy, hot men with great careers. They're athletes and everything. And like, yet they don't have any interest in having sex with anyone else. I was a little like confused by that. I'm like, why are there not so many like men?
Oh, you mean like other men?
Yeah, it was kind of like Shane and Ilya are like really going 6 months to a year.
Well,
and
no,
like
Ilya was having sex with women.
Right. And Shane did have his dildo.
And he had Rose.
And he had Rose. Yeah, but I was like, Shane, you're not.
That's actually a good point.
Nothing. You're not interested in. You're having this huge gay awakening over the course of a decade plus.
I actually think. Okay, to that point, I just had this as you said this.
I would like that to be explored.
No,
more,
and I think that's why
problem.
so many gay men are like. I think that so many gay men like yes, they love like having sex with all these different people, but secretly they want to be so in love with one person that all they want is that person, and they want that person to all they want is like that scene in the last episode, I think, where they're like they're at the cottage, and then they're literally like and they get yes, so good.
So it's so good.
But when they're cuddling and he says wait, you haven't had sex with anyone in the last like 6 months or whatever? But that
they needed to address that because I was having issues.
But
with
I'm saying I think that's like it's wish fulfillment for a lot of gays who are like, because so often you'll be like in your 20s or you'll be these things and you'll like have this great moment with a guy and then you think that maybe it's a thing and then you realize like, oh no, they're not willing to commit to you or they're wanting to still play the field. And so I think then people get their hearts broken by being like, oh, this person, and this is such wish fulfillment of like, oh wait, this chance moment that I had with this guy, he feels the exact same way, even though they can't communicate it to each other.
Right. You make a really good point about the wish fulfillment, and I think a lot of gay men like are actually looking for their, Shane or their Ilya, their one like true love that they love. Their Scott, their Kip. I will get there, but that's actually why I think it's connecting so much with women as well.
Yeah,
and that's actually, I think there is like a component, a real nice combo platter of the fact that the books are written by a woman.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, and then the show is created by a gay man. And I think there's like, it is speaking to both genders in a lot of ways too. And I think that's like why women are connecting with it. Like two men falling in love, sort of penguin style.
Yeah.
Like, and not really having eyes for other people. And I think that's probably what people are connecting to. There is something very romantic about this idea. And it's also different than kind of what gay and queer society like tells you about everyone's open and this and that. Like, I think there's a nice focus to that I think a lot of people are able to dial into.
I also think along those lines, like, I think what is so revolutionary about the show is the way that the sex, yes, it's like explicit sex, and you're really only seeing butts. But,
and fastest blowjobs you've ever seen in your so much motion in that ocean.
But you know what? It's TV. You can't do.
And also the butts, they are worth a lot of attention and a Nobel Peace Prize, honestly.
Yes. Okay, well, I'm going to put a pin on that because I'm going to come back around to that.
So much to talk about. We should do like 10 episodes on this.
We will, actually. But I think that, I'm a piss because these actors should be nominated for Emmys and they can't because that's a Canadian show.
Yeah.
But like, I think what they do so well with the sex is like, it is not like while they are fucking each other, it's also like you can clearly tell that they are kind, considerate, passionate lovers, where even if they can't do that outside of the bedroom, in the bedroom, both of them are being very pleasing.
Yes.
And I think that's the other wish fulfillment is like, it's not just like that Ilya is just like fucking Shane,
right?
And Shane is like taking in, and he's not getting like his.
They're talking.
They're both making sure, even when Ilya is kind of being an asshole outside of the bedroom, inside the bedroom, he is very tender and loving and wanting to make sure. And I think it's like this very interesting dichotomy of like what life is. A lot of the times is like people maybe can't communicate in real life, but you're dickmatized or whatever. I think it's like there's a lot of interesting contradictions, which is what the human condition is. And I think like you can very easily trivialize so much of this show, but I think that it actually is way more complex than people say.
There is a lot of, are we doing this? Whether it's communicated like verbally, whether it's communicated through like grunts or like whether it's but whether it's through the eyes, it's a lot of, are we doing this? There's like consent every step of the way, and they're kind of like pushing each other's boundaries the whole time,
and
spoken
we're not,
and
the
unspoken.
fact that we don't have to, like, I saw the creator talk about this, it's like that they're so often with gay sex scenes, it's like we have to cut away because it will, like, and this is so, and I don't think it would have been made like this
not in America, and they as much as everyone is in like so excited about it, like, let's see if Hollywood even remotely has the stomach for it.
And if they do, they'll make like 7 knockoffs that aren't as good or whatever. But this is something,
and they'll pretend like they're into it. No offense, but like everyone in Hollywood, like you bring up a gay like as we know, as someone who's we've both been trying to make stories like this or whatever, and they won't even hear us out. And this show, like, I had to be made in a different country, I think, and come back. But it's like
I'm so excited and like that this is now becoming mainstream because I do think it's shifting the culture, and it is something where even if it's subtle, where it's like, I remember for Red, White, and Royal Blue, it was like a big deal that they held on them having sex, but you didn't see anything.
Right.
And like that was only a couple years ago, and now they held, even though people were saying it's porn, I think it's important to see some of these things to normalize it, because the amount of straight women who have asked me, and there's no shade to these women, but they're like, wait, you can have sex missionary style, like you can be on your back, like they thought
the
gays
hole's
only
not that far away from yours.
Exactly. They were like, they thought only gay people had sex like doggy style,
right?
And I was like, what? And so I was like, this is actually important. It's educational.
I think so too. I think people are like really genuinely surprised. They're seeing it, and like there's so much being shown. And like what I like is that the choreography of the sex scenes is legitimate. Like it looks, you know, like the dick is going actually anywhere near the hole.
Okay, but to go back to a very important point that you brought up,
and we didn't even talk about Kip, but
we will. But this is actually very important.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably going to ask you one of the most important questions someone can be asked.
Okay.
Which is, this show is all about the butts.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, fuck, marry, kill. Shane's butt. Ilya's butt. Scott's butt.
This is, and there is nothing but love to all
the butts.
All the butts.
Yes. But you are also a butt man, so this is why I feel like I'm talking to the expert.
I am a butt man. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so I thought I had some really obvious answers here.
Yeah.
But
I'm thought about it too.
I'm going to switch it up. Okay. I'm going to switch it up. Wow, you have me stumped. Okay. Kill Scott's butt.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm tall. I'm skinny.
Yeah.
Well, something. But, you know, I just, it's too much of the same thing. Yeah, it's like,
you see it every day.
I can't, it's like looking in a mirror, and I'm always looking at a mirror from behind. And I'm so sorry. I haven't. I haven't.
I actually know you would prefer Kip, but we have not seen Kip's butt.
I would prefer Kip's butt, definitely, to Scott.
Yeah.
And nothing but love. Beautiful, attractive man, and incredible actor. And I cried when you kissed on the ice.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I thought it was going to be the opposite, but it is actually fuck Ilya's butt.
Yeah.
Marry Shane's butt.
Wow. I think I know you better than you know yourself, because I knew.
You knew you were going.
I knew that's what you were going to do.
Yeah. See, but like, honestly,
but actually, it's kind of like I get what you're. You don't even have to explain it to me. I know 100% the reasoning why you did that. You didn't ask me my answers, but I'm gonna give you.
No. Okay, so fuck, marry, kill. Shane's butt, Ilya's butt. What's his name? Scott's butt. The blueberries over Manhattan, Brooklyn.
You're right.
With banana.
Scott is a little too similar to what I see every day.
In me?
No, me, like skinny guy.
Sure.
I'm not the tallest, but
so
I'm tall,
Scott.
whatever.
You're so Scott.
And I'm sort of like, okay, I would in a heartbeat. Hello, Francis Arnault, reach out. But I do think he's actually dating Connor in real life, which is exciting.
know, which is not official. Not official, ladies.
Whatever. But I can hope, I can ship.
Yeah.
And then I would say, listen, I'm going to go big because it's a game.
Yeah.
And I am going to marry Ilya's butt.
Okay.
And then Shane. But you know what?
Shane what?
Shane is fuck by default
butt.
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck butt or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, it's a Sophie's choice. If there is ever a like definition of what is a Sophie's choice,
it's fuck, marry, kill of Shane and Ilya and Scott's butt. Of course, I remember that name. No, that is
Kip is a more memorable name.
Kip is such an interesting choice to name a gay person.
And Kip,
yeah, I wonder about Kip. I admire him and I appreciate him, and I love that. Like, I love him for Scott.
Yeah.
I sometimes I wonder what Scott sees in him. I mean, I know he's like coming out with like really like cool, smart takes. Like the blueberries over Brooklyn is like really good with like half a banana in it. And then he's like going ahead and handing Scott like the liquidiest drink he's ever, and he's like, I've ever seen in my life. And Scott like drinks it and he's like, And his like teeth are so blue the second he drinks it.
Yeah. You are making me also think of, and this is a tangent, but when he's running to the
and what I said wasn't a tangent.
No, but it's like a tangent to your tangent, which is just that I think about how Scott runs to the smoothie place, which is faster than the speed of light,
and yet not moving at all.
It is such. And by the way, I run weird too, so I'm not trying to come for, but it is
Phoebe Buffet in Central Park.
Phoebe Buffet running. I love it so much.
Of course.
And for some reason, he's always running. Like, I feel like there's a lot of shots of him running to the smoothie.
Yes, so much movement. The legs absolutely flying, full Tasmanian devil, arms flying. And
I believe that he's worked up a sweat to get that smoothie.
Definitely. And yet gaining no ground at any point. I was like, is this a trick of the camera? James Cameron, did he direct
so fast, but hasn't passed a tree.
Fucking fly. I have never seen a body move that fast and cover zero ground.
Yeah.
I mean, was the ground like treadmill?
I have no idea. I want to say it has to do with the budget, because I do believe
the budget has something to do with that.
Well, the budget was sort of like they only had a quarter of a block.
Yeah.
And so they were like, okay, because I have since found out that so many of those like outside shots were green screen, which I got to say, I'm zoned in to look for green screens.
Of course,
and I thought they did an excellent job.
Oh my God, the cinematography was so good. Wow. I thought, but wow, I'm so glad you brought that up.
But anyways, we need to talk about ourselves.
It's been way too long. And of course, Heated Rivalry is nothing if not like a vehicle for gay men to see themselves. So let's talk about us.
Yes.
I am happy to go first.
Please.
Well, I think you would not be surprised. Heated Rivalry reminds me of a time that I once myself found myself in a bit of a heated rivalry.
Okay.
Say that 10 times fast.
Okay.
No, but of course, as you know, I'm always finding myself in some sort of tawdry situation. I have lots of stories from my past. So at one point, I was having a bit of a Shane and Ilya situation with another teammate of mine, or someone in the same league. And that is, of course, someone who was also in theater with me, because I haven't played sports since I was a child, trying to appease my father. So in college, I had a friend, sort of like, a friend. And we were in this situation where, you know, every 6 months to a year after a game, we would find ourselves hooking up. And by a game, I mean a night of like blackout binge drinking.
Singing.
Singing, vying for everyone's attention. And so I was out, obviously, and this person at the time was not out. They are out now, by the way, I need to say. They are out, happy, all is good, but at the time they weren't, and understandably so. I mean, we were two musical theater majors at NYU,
So
and
you were sort
not
of
a safe space.
You were sort of Kip, and you were waiting for Scott to come out.
Well, yeah, I was. Well,
I'm just trying to like relate to the audience.
We were being Shane and Ilya in the sense that neither one of us was willing to openly talk about that we would do that, and we were quite ashamed, probably, of what we were doing. So we were doing that like on and off for a few years. And that all sort of changed one day when we sort of had the Cottage moment. Well, not me. I mean, Shane in this situation had his Cottage moment when we were... Well, there was a party at this person's apartment, and another person went into their bedroom to use their computer, sanctioned, by the way. And when they got to the computer, they, the screensaver went away. And on the screen was gay pornography.
Every man knows that feeling.
Yeah, every man. He was this person was being so Shane's dad, looking for his charger at the Cabbage, at the Cabbage.
Oh, I'm at the Cabbage. I'm at the Cabbage.
At the Cabbage.
A lot of people don't know this, but the Cottage has a name, which is that house specifically is called the Cabbage.
The Cabbage. yeah, you don't know that, but they
all have cute names, and that one's the Cabbage.
Sure, yeah, they're doing a Canadian tour now. Did you hear about this? Where they're like going to all the different locations, including the Cabbage.
Yeah, that's the title of the episode, by the way. The Cabbage.
And so it was a moment where, unfortunately, and we've all had them as gay men, where like we are kind of caught.
Yeah.
Whether it's caught in a malicious way or not, this way was not malicious. Yeah. But the gay pornography on the screen famously.
Oh, no.
And this is where it's so heated rivalry.
Yeah.
Was a hockey-themed gay porn famously called High Stickin', which has, like Heated Rivalry, gone on to become a very successful series, with sequels and additional. Yeah. But this was the original. Need to
watch this. Okay.
Yeah, High Stickin', brought to you by Jean Dvorak, famous person. I can't remember if he was a director or the actor.
Okay.
But he was big in the space at that time, breaking boundaries. But so that sort of started it all. But at that moment, we went from being Shane and Ilya, and I went from being Ilya to Rose Landry, where I was so like, you might be gay. It's okay. I'm currently going to theater school. I know plenty of people that are gay.
Me, but other people.
Right. And like, you do you, girl. And again, he's good now, but it was kind of like a big deal and a big reveal and a big moment.
I mean, that is like so many people's worst nightmare. But you talking about that obviously makes me think of me and my and my journey with Heated Rivalry. And mine is going to be quite literally 1-to-1.
Sure.
Which is, again, everyone knows this now. I was in Africa when I discovered Heated Rivalry, which is, not to brag, the one thing I will say, which I'll get into a story later on, but I summited Kilimanjaro. Literally the biggest thing that's ever happened to me.
AKA what people call it.
Kili.
And I call it
Manjaro.
Yes, thank you.
And that also helps to lead into this, which is, so Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania. I had just done the most physically draining and hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I was then like recovering at this hotel.
Right.
And I was like, gonna go to Zanzibar on a different part of Tanzania.
Amount, if I had a nickel.
Exactly.
If I had a nickel.
That's also famously, and everyone knows this, usually when you after you summit Kilimanjaro, it's so draining that you go to Zanzibar to the beaches to relax.
Yeah, of
everyone
course.
Knows that.
Everyone, and then Jennifertias, you all know that, and you've all done it.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Body depleted.
Of course.
I have not been. My phone has not been near me other than to take photos, but there's been no internet connection. So I don't know anything that's happening. I get back to my hotel. I am just recovering in my bed. And then I do what every red-blooded gay man does, which is also risky and very heated rivalry, which is I sign into Grindr.
Yeah.
Dangerous. Dangerous, just like the show Heated Rivalry, Dangerous Love.
Right.
Because it is illegal but I have found, and I knew ahead of time, and I found out there that no one in Africa
is gay.
It's gay. Actually, no, everyone is. But it's everyone, their profiles is all like, it will be like Matt Damon and Timothée Chalamet. Like they all do famous people. Or
they do. Your guys are here?
Yeah, but it's like funny because it's a lot of white people.
Yeah.
But or they'll do like their hottest friend. And so you think you're talking to like a really hot person, but then they're like, oh, that's actually not me because it's illegal. So it's like, they're like, no. And then they'll actually send you the photo of who they are. And so I realized like, oh, I can have my normal photo and then just be as if it's a fake.
Right. Yeah. The famous Tim Zintek from Miss Thing.
Truly. And then they'll be like, can you send me who you really are? I'm like, no, it's me.
It's me. And they're like, they cannot believe you.
So I'm in the hotel recovering. And I was supposed to the next day fly to Zanzibar. And I was talking to this guy on Grindr, very hot, very like good. I was like,
Matt Damon. You were talking to Matt Damon on Grindr.
He was and then he also sweet was just like asking me what I was doing on my trip. And I was like, oh, I'm going to Zanzibar tomorrow. And then he was like, oh, are you being careful? Because Tanzania is also very dangerous. It was one of the more dangerous places that I went to because in October there was political violence when the new president, the elections happened, and it was like a lot of people think that it was like she won by 99%, and everyone knows that that's like not possible, that 99% of people voted for one person.
Right.
And so there was a lot of protests, and those protests turned very violent. A lot of people died. They still don't know how many people have died. So then basically I didn't know this until I was already on the trip.
Yeah,
and then,
of course.
So I was already there.
You couldn't do a little bit of research.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing so much.
Well, you were
before
going
it.
to so many different places.
countries.
It's like plane, bus, another bus, another bus, another club,
another mountain,
another grinder, another Matt Damon, another Matt Damon, another Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Timothy, yeah. So then literally he's saying to me, he was like, you should just be careful because tomorrow is Independence Day in Tanzania, which was like December 9th. And it was like, if there's supposed to be a lot of protests. And so then at the same time, again, it was very similar than like the other people who I had met on the when I was hiking, where it's like texting me being like, hey, I just found out from my tour guide from this. It's like on this one day I was getting like a lot of input that was basically like, stay put, it's not safe to travel, and there could be a lot of violence tomorrow, and so you should really just stay in your hotel room. And so then I canceled my flight. And I was like gonna be on this beach, but then I was like, I'm just gonna stay put in this hotel room because I'm a little worried about what's gonna happen tomorrow. And then, as if manna from the heavens were dropped at the exact same time, I want to say an hour later, again, not from my dear co-host sister of the pod here, but from other gay men who care about me.
Yeah.
They said, have you watched
Didn't
Heated
hear
Rivalry?
not a single text on my end, by the way.
They weren't going through the
Wi-Fi. Of course.
Yeah.
No, I assumed.
And so then I was like, what is this? And so I thought I was going to be bored in this hotel room, not being able to leave. And then it turns out I had 4 episodes of this new gay show. And it is, again, very illegal to be watching this content.
Of course.
And so I had to watch it on Daily Motion, truly like it was 2013.
Yeah, and you were not in America at that time, so it was not, you weren't breaking any laws.
Yeah, it was truly. And then the funny thing about that is the amount of ads, how good the show is. I had to watch, I want to say, every 2 minutes a 30-second ad. And I am not exaggerating. That's how much I was
for show. Phone repair.
And it was always random things for Tanzania.
Yeah, it was all ads for our podcast. Where were our ads?
The soaps are really big there, so it should have been ours. But so I caught up on Heated Rivalry.
Love that.
I literally risked my life. And then
fully like eyes on the door.
I really was like door locked, so nervous. And then I still had the 2 episodes leading up to it. Turns out episode 5, best episode of television of all time.
Sure, of course.
And then 6, I'm in Uganda at that point because that's weeks later.
AKA the cabbage.
And that's actually very, cabbage.
It's very the cabbage
of
Africa.
And that one is actually way more, I found this out also while I was there. It's way more illegal and way more dangerous. They have a lot more anti-gay laws.
Oh, so it's more illegal there.
Well, like some of them are just
something possibly be more
illegal?
Because
it's not technically like illegal. It's like illegal if you act on it.
Sure.
But then I think in Uganda you can also get like life in prison. There's a lot of things that are just like higher stakes.
Well, it's good that like people are so accepting all over the globe.
So accepting.
All over the globe. It is
yeah.
so interesting what the English language can be like to me.
Well, you're also so excited
to
be back.
The old globe.
Yeah, the globe. The globe and the cabbage.
Fits like a globe.
But it's the finale today. I'm in Uganda, in the remotest part of Uganda, pretty much.
Wasn't this Christmas Day?
It was the day after Christmas Day, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I was sick as a dog. I do think I was texting you how sick I was or whatever.
Yes, we did talk, Gennifertias. We are just joking.
And I was like, there was only one. I finally, after all this travel, we get to this place. There is a little bit of Wi-Fi only at the bar of where I'm staying. Mm-hmm. And so, again, I'm really nervous because I don't want anyone to know. I mean, the people I was traveling with that I met knew I was gay, but like anyone else, I didn't know.
But you're in a computer cafe?
No, I was on my phone. I'd connect to the Wi-Fi. But I literally went to...
You're so perv on a plane watching full...
I had my... Okay, that's me. I'm not kidding you. What I did, the lengths for Heated Rivalry, I go to the bar By the way, it's like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I go to the bar, which like was literally midnight, whatever time like I was one of the first to watch it, I think, because of the time change.
Yeah.
So it was like 5 p.m. I go to the bar. I then find a corner of the bar so that no one can see what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I put in headphones. I'm
corner.
truly like creepy perv guy.
Yeah.
I put in the headphones. I am watching it. The Wi-Fi goes out every 4 minutes.
Oh, of course. Sounds like my wedding, my Zoom wedding.
Right, it
yeah.
is. And then those ads. So I want to say it's a 50-minute episode.
Yeah.
It took me 4 hours to watch this.
Sure.
That's how committed I was to this show.
Of course, but you needed to see what happened at the Cabbage.
Exactly. And so I'm at the Cabbage. I'm watching it. I'm living. I'm laughing. I'm loving.
Yeah, of course.
I finally get to the end. I get so engrossed in this episode that I didn't realize that, like, and it's hard to describe the architecture of this bar. I thought I was in the corner, but there's actually like a kitchen that you can like come out.
The corner is fully open back. It's like actually
it was like a camouflage door.
Yeah.
Like a wooden door that I was like, okay, I didn't know there was like a secret door that the people can come out of. Like, mark this better. It's also like a hazard. I'm surprised my head didn't get hit.
The wall was wearing an invisibility cloak.
By the way, I'm pretty sure there was like a camera right there watching me.
Of course. Yeah.
And so I'm doing that. This guy.
You are Africa's most wanted.
Truly. I was actually nervous that night. It's like, and by the way, it's like a moment where it's the phone call scene.
Yeah.
The phone call scene where he's getting head on the phone.
Oh, I was like, wait, when he was talking to him in Russia, that was
okay. The other one where he's giving the world's fastest blowjob or whatever.
So fast. Yeah. So I mean, that looked like it hurt. No offense.
But
like
picture
the revolutionary sex on that show, but that looked like
but
it
also
hurt.
how he gets slapped a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. And he's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't love. Okay, that's one thing that I don't
to do,
love.
and we should do this on TikTok. Let's be the other guy on the phone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was such an interesting conversation.
There's no way he didn't know. And so it's
Yeah.
like, hey, what's happening? Like, you're getting blowjob.
Right. He's like, so child too.
Yeah.
So
Sorry,
strange.
there's an Amazon package.
Fuck you, holiday.
And then picture me in Uganda.
Of course.
I'm doing this as that scene happens.
Jerking off.
Jerking off. This guy comes out of the kitchen, caught. I'm caught red-handed.
Yeah, of course.
And so I immediately come. No. So then I'm like so nervous. And in that moment, he doesn't stop. He looks at me. He is also Ugandan, or I would imagine. He seems like he's a local. He turns to me and he just goes, so good, right? Keeps walking. Global. The show is global. And everyone, and I found
so
that
good, right? I thought you were going to say, spoiler alert.
No. And it was, by the way, and he was not like, I literally had to like replay it in my mind because it wasn't, I wish he did it with like a gay voice. It was so like masculine too. I was literally
You're like fuck me right here.
I was shocked.
That is shocking, but also really like that's how popular it was.
The show is global.
That is crazy. Connor and Hudson, like, are you hearing?
I know.
You were being watched as the show was coming out in Africa.
Risked my fucking life to watch this show,
and meanwhile, the line cook already watched. They were watching it in the back.
I know.
I love that. No, I love that. I feel like I have so much to talk about with Heated Rivalry. I think we're gonna have to bring it back. Yeah.
But we need to go to a break.
Oh God, we've been talking for so long. Okay, love you.
Bye.
Welcome back. And it's time for Diva Down, our first Diva Down of 2026.
Yeah. And huge Diva Down.
Huge Diva Down, completely fallen off.
A kind of
the
a heartbreaking Diva Down.
Awful. This is so hard. Well, Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that currently needs our unsolicited advice, and they're going to get it whether they want it or not.
And our Diva Down is Nicki Minaj.
So Nicki Minaj, I mean, if you have been living under a rock and you don't know, Nicki Minaj has gone full mega. She's like anti-trans. She's saying all these absolutely apeshit things.
Yeah.
And recently she went to go talk at a Turning Point USA event with famed widow Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
This is really challenging because, diva down, as we always say, a rising diva lifts all divas. And we want to like empower our diva to pick themselves up by their bootstraps and like get on the right footing. And this one's especially difficult because Nicki Minaj has made an entire career and made all her money from the gay, queer community and Black women. And for her to now just spit in the face of everyone who has given her career and her life is so insulting. It's so heartbreaking. And everything you're doing right now is the opposite of one of your very best songs, Good Form. It's bad form.
Exactly. Like, I think it's one of those things where it feels like such a gut punch to the stomach. We
made you.
And I think my advice here is, I think we're living in a very politically divisive time. And I think the first thing to think about is very much like, you like a lot of like to fight fire with fire.
Sure.
And I'm actually out here to be like, no, I want you, because it's so easy to say these things and like come back with her with all these things, and I'm like, come on the podcast, Nicki.
Sure.
We would like to have a heated rivalry, heated conversation, because I feel like that's where actual change will, like, let's sit down and see that like you're actually acting not in your best interest.
Right.
I would love to have a
dialogue
where we could at least come together, see if we can maybe, because it's one thing to just talk about you or talk whatever, but come on the pod.
I agree. Come on the pod.
Come to a gay podcast.
Yeah, we have less pyro than Erica Kirk.
Yes.
Which, by the way, Dod Mom Sauce, the tweets about Erica, regular widows after their husband died, like, oh, I'm so sad. And then like Erica Kirk, then it's like her like coming up on like a bedazzled, like, oh my God. Well, come on the pod. Let's talk it out.
Yeah. And
so disappointing.
But on a more positive note. We are now on a new platform.
Oh my God.
And
you're
so if you,
so right.
Gay name or straight name, people love, whether that is the thing that like people can't get enough of. And so if you would like to have a personalized gay name or straight name, you can find us on Cameo.
Yeah, we are on Cameo. So we can't answer all our DMs, but I know a lot of you would like us to do a gay name or straight name about specific names, or if you have a diva who's down in your life and you need some advice. But gay names and straight names, perfect for birthdays. Baby showers.
Just to brighten your day.
Yeah, of course. So we are on Cameo for a limited time, so get them while they're hot. But you can find us there. You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at MissThingThePod.
And if there's one thing to, please go and subscribe on YouTube.
YouTube.
That is something I would say, we would love you the mostest.
Yeah, I think really on YouTube, you are, of course, it's like if you're not subscribing on YouTube, you're only getting half the story. But like, the work, the face work is
the hair journeys.
The face work, as in all the plastic surgery we got over
That's
the break.
Right. I was in Africa. Wink. Yeah. I was gone for 7 weeks
via Turkey.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So just be sure to follow us, please. If you can take 30 seconds or less and just give us 5 stars or whatever, but ideally 5 stars or above, and leave us a nice comment. We just want to get more Gennifertias in the gang this year.
And then, as always, Cynthia, we are devastated you won't be at the Golden Globes.
I know, but you are deep in rehearsals for the 23 roles you're playing in Dracula, and
I can't get enough of that. Girl, you are always pushing the boundaries.
And we
booked and blessed.
Admire you so deeply for it. And we will see you on the West End, my doll.
And with that,
bye. Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at MissThingThePod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media.
Bonk.